I don't know about you, but I've been in and out of sales pretty much most of my professional career. I mean, before I got into middle school, I started selling. I was an entrepreneur by the time I was 7 years old, mowing lawns for the neighborhood. And pretty much have been that way all my life. I'm also always into all kinds of things all at one time. So, just as an example, last night we had an impromptu sales meeting at almost 2 a.m. A sales meeting where we discussed commission structures and pricing structures and target audiences and delivery times and setup times and the ability to deliver on the product that we are offering to the marketplace. What is downtime anyway? I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. This is a season of year bookended by two holidays, with Thanksgiving having just wrapped up and Christmas coming in 3.5 weeks. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's a season when a lot of people will look at work, whether they're employed by somebody else or self-employed, and go, the year is almost over. Let's kind of gather up our toys. Let's make a day of it, but let's not work too hard, because we got the holiday parties and we got people out on vacation and other companies who would either be our competition or our customers. Well, they got people out on vacation and they got holiday parties, and so it's real easy to slough off. It's real easy to let the lull of the holidays lull you to sleep. It's real easy to lose the ground that you've gained over the last 11 months and say, well, I'll just make it up in the form of New Year's resolutions to pound the pavement harder, to make those sales contacts, to finish that book, to work on these new projects. And it's real easy to take all of the work you would normally do in a 40-hour work week times 3.5 and just kind of push them out there to January, to stack them all together and think, somehow I'll get 8 weeks of work done in the month of January that I didn't get done in November and December and now January. So I'll just shove it all together. It doesn't work like that. If you're over 22 years old, you know it doesn't work like that. How many times have we thought, well, I'll just wrap this up, and you get there and there's another crisis that inserts itself into your lull. Or right after the lull, you come back from Christmas holidays and one of your biggest clients has decided they're going to have a round of layoffs coming into the new year, and now the person you've been contacting isn't even there anymore. And if you just made that decision and had the contract in place and got the deposit, you follow me? See, all of these are the kinds of things that happen when you take that mentality or that mindset that says, I can just lay back and coast at the end of the year. No, I want to encourage you. Leaders take this time to be strategic. They take this time to realize that, especially if you're a small company, there are those small companies out there where this is the time that the leader feels entitled to take their holiday vacation, that they can take the time off because they have employees for that. And there are some instances where that's fair and equitable, and there are some where that's just a leader taking advantage of the fact that they don't pay everybody else enough to take vacation, but they got enough profit to do it, so see ya, I'll be back after Christmas. It's not the case in most small businesses, though. In most small businesses where your leaders are fair and equitable and they take good care of their employees, there's a balance at this time of year. Many of those leaders have taken their annual vacation in September or August, or maybe even as late as October, because they know the holiday season is going to slow down and they're going to have people in and out and they're going to have people traveling, and they're even going to have some people who are so determined to get their time off, they'll take that time off without pay. And that still means the work has to be done. So there are a lot of leaders in small businesses where the leader is now doing the work that they normally would have hired somebody else. Which means if you're in sales, if you're looking for new contract opportunities, if you're looking for new partnerships, when you pick up the phone, you don't get 7 gatekeepers. You get the owner of the business. You actually have an opportunity to have the conversation you've been striving to get and struggling to get for the entire year. Because you have just reached the season where the person most invested in the business is the one answering the phones. Yes, it's rare to to have that one-on-one opportunity with the owner of the business. But if it's going to happen, this is the season. This is the window where the best of the best play at the top, where the elitists do something different than everybody else. This is your chance to be elite. It's your chance to do something different. It's your chance to finish 2018 strong. As a leader, don't slough off through the holidays. Don't let this last 3.5 weeks be bookended by holidays of New Year's and Christmas and Thanksgiving and become a time that you just put your feet up. Let this be a season that you push harder than anybody around you, that you finish strong. Now, I'm not saying work to the point that you don't enjoy your holidays and your family, because in the end, no one is buried with the epitaph, gee, I wish I'd spent more days at work. But finishing strong means making a commitment to do the right thing and not just slough off. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed and productive day.